Hey everyone, I'm just jumping on really quick because I'm tired. I look tired. So this is all about how I'm tackling my personal archive, like all the pictures of my life. And I'm thinking of putting together a webinar or a course about it because I've learned an awful lot. I opened a box in a closet that I had forgotten about and found all of my photos of my life, some that my parents had taken and some from, before I had kids and a husband and all of that. So here's how it's going. I started with the slides because I don't have that many, and I bought a little device to help me scan those slides individually, and I love it. And I'll tell you all about it when I put this class together. And I've been massively weeding the slides as I go. So any poorly composed scenics, they're in the trash. I bought a light table because I can't find my light table. I don't know where it is. It was in a bin in the basement, and now it doesn't appear to be there. I found all this movie film that my parents had taken of my childhood, and I have shipped parts of it to scan my photos. I've considered some other labs, and then I went to Hunt's Camera, which is a local thing, and they actually work with. I'm here in Providence, Rhode Island, and there's a local place called Retro that has a $45,000 camera or equipment to digitize those for me, and that gets hand delivered rather than shipped. So I'm worried about the ones I shipped. And then I discovered all this 126 film that had never been developed. So I shipped that off to a place called the Dark Room, and we'll see what happens with that. And then I found these little things, exposed or unexposed. It looks like movie film. And so the guy at Hunt's Camera put me in touch with another local place because I live in this real creative little triangle place uh, in New England. And I'm going to drop these off. So God knows how much all this is going to cost, but it all has to be done because I would love to be able to share some of this stuff with my mom. She is 91 and, not as good as she was before we did the shutdown. So I think she would really love to see these movies. I have the ability to edit them with software I have on my computer. And what else? Oh my goodness, I've been just shipping stuff up like crazy. And I still have some boxes of slides. Most of them are scanned. And I had labeled all the boxes a long time ago, which is great. So I know what's in each box. And I've been tossing all kinds of things, including, and you'll laugh about this one, old boyfriends. They're in the trash. I don't need them. And maybe you'll object to that. But as my husband said about all of the scenics, he goes, it means something to you and it means something to me if we took a vacation together, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything to our kids and our descendants. So that's how it's going. I just shipped everything off this week except for the slides that I'm working on. I gave them some videotapes and we're going to see what they do with them. They can do the little mini tapes. So we have a couple of those and some regular VHS. I also ordered a VCR to try to do some copying myself to see how it goes. The little device I ordered and use for the slides supposedly also helps me make screenshots of frame shots from the Super 8, but I could not get it to work. And I think it's not necessarily user error because I watched videos about it. I think the film has warped a little bit over time and that will happen. So anyway, I'm going to keep you posted in periodic check-ins, but that's where I am right now. I can't even imagine how much all these estimates are going to be. And I think it's the right time. I don't know why I delayed. Now, if I could just find the 110 film that I hadn't developed when I was a kid, now that I have a place to develop it, I'm not sure what I did with it. I may have tossed it over the years, but I may also have it squirreled away someplace in a safe place in my sort of archive area. Anyway, I just wanted to jump on to say I'm doing what everyone else has been doing for the last year and few months. Now it's my turn to jump in and do some of this. So if you have any tips for me, let me know. I'm having everything put on a DVD for my sister, but I'm also Yeah, Teresa. No, I don't really care to share those pictures. That out they go. And I'm putting everything on a flash drive so that I can edit them and maybe edit out some bad stuff. My mom had rated all the films with good, very good, and I think there were a couple of bad ones she might have thrown out, but I can't wait to see what's on them. The most, yes, I have an external hard drive. I have a SSD drive, and I will get another one just for those. And I will also set up an archive on permanent.org, which is a permanent way of creating a family archive. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm going to edit all of these and do something with them. But I'll share the progress with you just because I think you'll all be interested in knowing. But again, if you have any tips for me, let me know. But I'll check in. The first stuff that I dropped off with Hunt's camera, they claim it'll be done in a couple of weeks, and they'll give me a call. That will be the first stuff to come. The darkroom says 4 to 6 weeks. I believe that Scan My Photos said 4 to 6 weeks. And so mid-June, I should have everything back. Cross your fingers. And I'm kind of excited to watch these films again. My most precious film is one that we watched when I was a kid. It was made by my godfather, and it is my first birthday with my maternal grandmother, who died shortly after my birthday. And it is wonderful. So permanent.org, you can get 3 gig for, I think, $10 for the rest of your life. It's like one fee. I interviewed him on my podcast, so I don't have that episode number with me right now, but search Photo Detective Podcast, permanent.org, and listen to it. It is a great option. So I'm going to do a portable hard drive, obviously an SSD drive. I'm going to get another one of those, and I'm going to create a family archive on permanent.org. And then, I don't know, we're going to do some stuff. I sort of put this off, but then when everyone else was working on their family archives and saying, Maureen, what should I do with this? Maureen, what should I do with that? I decided that if I had a lull, which I do because I've caught up on everything I need to produce for the next few weeks, I thought I'm just going to jump into my own family archive. I also found some magnetic albums I'd forgotten I had from some high school years. And I've been sharing some of that stuff on a Facebook group that we created for our class. And it's sort of like match the face with a name. We don't remember all of our classmates because people moved in and out. So we're working on it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I just thought you want to check in because you did see that bin of slides. And I know people were concerned that I was throwing stuff away that wasn't good. I pulled them all out of the trash, just so you know. I bought a big light table. I set up a banquet table in my office. My office is destroyed. It's a wreck at the moment. There's boxes and albums and equipment and everything all over the place. I'm totally distracted by this. And I have a whole lot of scanning to do. And then when I'm done with my scanning, I have all the pictures that my father-in-law left us and all the pictures my mother-in-law left us that I just never got to. All my historical photographs, of course, from my mom's childhood and before, those are all scanned and in boxes. But then I had a cousin who just gave me a bag full of pictures that they wanted me to have too. So I have even more scanning to do. It seems like a never-ending process, does it not? Anyway, that's it. I'm off to get a little more organized with all these piles now that I shipped some stuff off. I actually have to drive these little babies over to the place that's about a half an hour from me, but I'm not going to do that today. And we'll see if they're undeveloped film or if there's a secret home movie on here, which would be really cool. Talk to you later. Send me your questions and keep watching because I really think, let me know if you think this would be a good class. I think it would make a really nice webinar to put all this together and just talk about how it all works. And Tammy, I am always here to work on client photos. So bring those dating a tintype series pictures to me. I love it. I love what I do. I'm not completely distracted. I'm still working on client stuff, but I am definitely, I've definitely dove deep into all of this, and I really need to wrap some of it up because it is everywhere. My desk and the banquet table and a little table and the dining room table. And for a while it was on the pool table. We have a pool table, and it was like all my kids' school photos that I never got to when we were moving and working and all that kind of stuff. So that's all organized. So little bits. There's light at the end of the tunnel. That's all I'm going to say. But it is, as all of you have expressed, an overwhelming process. But this is what I do, so it shouldn't be that overwhelming to me. It's just a matter of taking care of the steps. Let me know. Let me know. In the meantime, yes, I look tired, and there's nothing I can do about that today. Everything is fine. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Hang in there. Send me some good photos.